In movies and money, it could be a big weekend ahead at the box office. We are turning to movie man Eric Childress for the rundown. Hello, Eric.
Hi, Angie.
3 big new titles open in theaters this weekend and what some services are expecting to be quite a crowded box office. Tell us about it, Eric.
That's what they're saying, Angie, but we have certainly been here before where expectations based on pure online mentions have failed the studios more than these tracking services. Now, certainly the best advertised of the new releases this week is Ad Astra.
Your father was experimenting with a highly classified material that could threaten our entire solar system. All life would be destroyed.
The new sci-fi film starring Brad Pitt. Now, Pitt has had a solid hit this summer as part of Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. James Gray's film was also supposed to be a part of that summer season and was on the schedule until very close to its release date with no advertising or even a trailer, and was then moved back into September, which was certainly a wise move. The good news is that any speculation that the film was being hidden because of a lack of quality is being quashed with mostly very good reviews. But will audiences show up? Science fiction is a relatively untested commodity in the month of September. Ad Astra has an $80 million budget to make back, and this may be just another sink or swim opportunity for Fox, now under the watch of Disney.
Is there any chance that the big screen adaptation of Downton Abbey could actually take the top spot this weekend? Here's a peek.
The post's just arrived, my lord.
What is it? The king and queen are coming to stay.
What? Here we go.
Well, this weekend does seem to be an anything-goes kind of guessing game, so who knows what's possible. But personally, I've never seen an episode of the series, but I'm certainly aware of its popularity over the years.
Well, fortunately, I have seen all of the episodes, so my hopes are very high.
So Downton Abbey has a chance to break all kinds of records this weekend if its legions of fans show up to continue its storyline. Reviews so far have been mostly positive, and projections have been going up, initially starting around 11 to 12 million, and now as high as double that. Now, this seems to be the anti-Hustlers in so many ways, though the success of that film last week means it will still be drawing interest this weekend as well, and should be still hanging somewhere with the new releases along with It Chapter 2 as well.
Finally, in a series continuing for the guys, Sylvester Stallone is back, perhaps for the last time in Rambo: Last Blood. Here's a look.
I finally came home.
Uncle John!
To defend the only family I've ever known.
Well, we shall see, Angie. It has certainly been a long road for this character. 37 years ago, Sylvester Stallone introduced John Rambo to audiences in one of the biggest hits of 1982, First Blood. The sequel, Rambo First Blood Part 2, was the second highest grossing film of 1985, and even Rambo 3 was amongst the top 20 highest grossing films of 1988. But when he brought the character back 20 years later for the simply titled Rambo, the film opened to $18.2 million, but topped out at just $42.7 million. Now, despite Stallone saying he was done with the character back in 2010, John Rambo is now trying to rescue his niece from a Mexican drug cartel. Now, this may not exactly be the Searchers, and what Rambo used to represent about America may have worn out its welcome back in the 1980s, but we may nevertheless see this film fighting it out amongst the top 5 films of the week.
Thank you, Eric, as always, and we will see you back here next week.
Thank you, Angie.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.